they were slow, and they got the flag. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. From the gun, the running back has it. Open space at the 25. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And nice blocking by this offense. Nice job running the football. How about the running back? You could tell he knew exactly where the goal line was. He wanted to get to it. He was fighting to get to it, but goes out of bounds at the 1. First and goal from the 1. This offense is in great position.
Syracuse comes to the line on first and goal. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cuse.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Getting set for the point after. Right down the boulevard. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Oh, he can't hang on. Those arms might have favored an alligator there, and it'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Give to the running back. How about keeping it on the ground on 3rd and long? He gets 9 on the play, and that brings up a 4th and 3. Stanford lines up to punt it away. On the move, it's Haynes. Oh, the 360. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Back to pass, it's McCord. Makes the grab. Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Orange will have to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Completion a little short of the sticks. It's second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down.
Here we go.
He wants to throw. The short hands, it's Io Manor. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wants to throw here on second down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Bachmeier. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Well, you love to see that, right? They put themselves in a position at the end of the half to take the lead. They put it on their kicker. He knocks it through the uprights. So nothing but good vibes for this team now with the lead heading in at halftime.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, a typical first-rate broadcast so far today from Syracuse. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
Syracuse has it teed up, ready to kick off and start this second half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. A first down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Afterburners coming. The 20. Inside the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cardinal.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You, keep being aggressive.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Wants to throw on third down. Throws to the wideout. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Defense is about learning the plays. Third down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
It's caught downfield. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, the tight ends are one of the most versatile guys in the field, and you see it right here. The play action, they're used to blocking, right? No, they slip right by the linebackers, slip to the second level, come open, the quarterback finds them in great rhythm.
Grabs it in the middle. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Stanford! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Up and over, Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Throws for the tight end. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's McCoy. And he can't escape, and down he goes. At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
On 4th down, going to the air. Gonna let it fly. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the 1st down.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
It is good. And that lead grows even bigger. The last thing you want to do here is give up a big return, pin them back, and then the defense can just stop them from scoring a touchdown. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here.
Syracuse will be forced to punt. He'll try to snap to the up man. It's a fake. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. You know, there's no real reason to panic if you think about it when does panicking ever really help. And certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on, keep working on them, keep developing. Those things you do well, dude, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistent.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.